Preview.
Rambler fans, and welcome to the year wrap-up edition of the Rambler Review. This is Gary Hawkeye Vanna, joined by Mr. McBain, Lars Ferdine. You know, I have this joke. People come up to me and says, "So, Senor, what's new?" And I said, "I live in McBain, nothing." But that's not true, because we got a lot of things that went on. Last year was one of the most tumultuous years, glorifying years, rewarding.
After 2020, 2021 was like, hopefully things will get back to normal. In a way. Kinda, but...
Well, you got to remember, last year we were right in the heart of COVID. We came off of being out of school for around 7 weeks before we can go back to face-to-face instruction. All winter sports were canceled at that point. Football season was suspended, though the boys were already eliminated. But then we were able to come back in a flurry. So what happened the third week of January last year?
So you're getting back to the end of football season, where football and volleyball continued with their state playoffs. And so basketball season was put on a hold until the end of January. So that's when high school basketball for boys and girls would have continued. And they played a condensed season, 12 to 15 games, maybe 15 games, something like that.
They played a 6-week season.
Yeah, real condensed, almost like a middle school schedule, just get in what we could. And it turns out, like, for girls basketball, there was no conference champion, and I don't think McBain even ever played Lake City.
No, they didn't, because of all the cancellations due to COVID and not having a balanced schedule. The athletic directors agreed that there would be no conference championships for any of the fall sports or any of the winter sports.
I just want to back up to 2020 for a second. So football did go undefeated.
They did.
But they didn't play everybody.
They did not.
So technically, Highland Conference champs, but not officially, because we didn't play Houghton Lake or Roscommon that year. Or there was, I feel like there was 2 games McBain did not play.
There was 2 conference games, and the second one did fall out of my head. Maybe It was Lake City.
So no Misaki Sentinel that year then, huh?
We have to go back now. You got me in something I wasn't prepared on.
Oh, man. Anyway, and then so boys basketball went undefeated. Girls basketball went undefeated regular season. So they both had really good seasons. There's just no trophy in the trophy case for Highland Conference champs.
That is correct.
All right, so now we're getting into playoffs, and the girls are in the same district with Lake City, but not on the same bracket. So now the McBain-Lake City matchup might happen, except Houghton Lake beat Lake City.
That's right. The 2 years ago, districts went to seeding according to record, and Lake City and McBain were on the opposite end of the seeding. So we were looking for that big clash in the finals between the 2 programs that were at the top of the Highland Conference that year. But Houghton Lake kind of spoiled the plan for the postseason run, especially if they felt like they could go deep.
Like Pine River, I think they got paused during districts. I don't think the girls were ever able to play a district game, so they basically forfeited. So there are those sad stories out there like that. Timing might have been on McBain's side with that. So here you got kids playing in masks, maybe recovering from colds, and still playing their hearts out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, the game, McBain did lose. Iron Mountain went on. I don't think Iron Mountain won the state championship.
They did not. They lost in the finals.
So they did make the finals. And you kind of wonder, Bruce Copeman has had some good teams in the past, and 1 or 2, points going one way or the other, that could have been McBain right there too. So
that's the thing. McBain lost by 3. There's only 2 puppies that kind of rimmed out that will stay down. That's a McBain win.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was a fantastic game. It was kind of near the end, and Bruce Copeman just pulled off the gloves and just said he turned the ball over to McGillis and told McGillis just to attack. And he attacked Forest Wonders because he had 4 fouls and was able to really start getting the chip away at the lead. It's just that we ran out of clock time.
Yeah, because we were down pretty good at halftime, I believe. I think McGillis actually got in foul trouble before half.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of like...
But he was trying to cover Wonders most of the game. Him and Burke most, and they had the foul trouble because they're trying to cover a D1 player who's, I believe, Southern Illinois right now.
Nice.
So that was a great season. Great wrap-up to the winter.